I knew that was not what he wanted to go for. I knew that I picked it because it was colorful, and that's why you need to lean on him to help you see beyond what is physical, what is colorful, what is looking like, okay, that should be it. But in reverse, it's just all pancaked. Hi everyone, I'm grateful that you chose to be in this space to watch this video, and yeah, just listen to this message that I have to share. So if you're new in this space, you're welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you for choosing to be here once again. I do appreciate it all. So grab a seat and let's get right on. So today I'm going to talk about a funny story or experience that I had with my son, and also one of my motherhood tales, and how the Holy Spirit linked it up to a message that he wants to pass across to you. So you see, you're blessed. So the story is that on this particular day, I was sitting, and my son, in his usual way of asking for help, come help me, took my hand. We were walking all the way down to a particular part of the living room, and that's a shelf, which I knew we were headed actually. And so we got there, and he said, carry me up. So I carried him up, and I also knew what he was heading for, which is remote control. Apparently, he also saw something else there on the shelf, which is a pack of colored pencils. So any opportunity my son gets is, I don't know, I think he has this fascination for the remote control, and he just want to turn it on. Even though sometimes it's just like putting it on and something just playing. I think this wildlife thing always comes on when you turn on the power. And then he's just sitting down there doing his own other calculative thing. My son is calculative numbers and stuff. So anyway, so I knew he was heading for the remote control, but he saw the pack of pencils, as I mentioned, and my dear son picked it instead. Well, it went for me as a parent. I didn't want him to turn on this. I didn't want him to turn on the TV at that point, so I let him have it. I put him down, and then I went back. And so, alas, that's the point where you say alas. My son started crying when he realized that the pack was half empty, not like the way he expected it. And, you know, in his premium tears and stuff, he came back to where I was sitting and said, come help me, crying. I let him cry the cry. Yeah, you made a choice. It's a decision you made. You have to learn from all these little things. Yeah, so I just stayed there in my calmness, observing how things were unfolding. And so, come help me, we went back, and then he got the remote, and well, I helped him turn on the particular channel for one educational program that I know he likes, one of it. And so he was watching it. And it was in that moment where my son was also crying premium tears, which I think at that point already subsided after I turned it on. But before it subsided, in that moment where he was crying premium tears, and I was actually laughing because I knew that was not what he wanted to go for. I knew that I picked it because it was colorful, the pack of the pencil, and the remote control is black. Well, it's not fascinating in color, right? So he picked the colorful above what he wanted and what he needed at that point, according to his need, right? It wasn't the pencil he wanted the remote control. Something happened, he picked the colorful pencil. So this is the word the Holy Spirit brought to mind, a quote which I'll read out to us. How often do people make choices that they think is right for them, but they are short-sighted to see that it wasn't as great or colorful as they thought it would be? How many times have you listened to me made decisions or choices that you thought should end up well in your own understanding, and then you ended up with crap, wasted time, wasted effort, premium tears, maybe like my son? And that is one of the probing questions to you. And in that moment of reflection, I want to rephrase this to you, that you don't have to go through life in your own understanding. You can lean into the one that knows it all. If my son has leaned on me, allowed me to make these choices for him, because well, he's young, I know at some point later I might not get as much say to make choices for him, which is fine. But in this phase where he's just 3, it's still fine. I knew that's what he wanted, but he went for something else. And I just wanted him to make his own choice. So he picked what he wanted, and he left him upstairs. So if you had leaned on me, probably would not have ended with Pinochet. You most likely would not have ended with Pinochet. I would have taken the remote, switch on is one of the educational programs he likes, and well, everybody's happy. He's happy. And I also go back to what I'm doing for those few minutes that he's going to watch it. But the reverse happened. So this leads me to two key things I want to leave with you today. The first, lean into the one that knows all things. God is the author of all wisdom. You can't go wrong. Again, you can never go wrong leaning into Him. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make straight your path. You don't have to go zigzag. He will make it straight because He has a clear vision, insight to everything that concerns your life. The second thing I want to leave with you is that the God we have is a Father. And just like I shared about my son and myself, and me being the parents in a position to help him, and linking it back to the role of God in our lives as a father, you can lean into God being your Father. You can let His eyes that is able to see to and fro, as it said in the Bible, He's able to see to and fro, knows everything at every point in time. He knows what's best. He knows the intent of people's heart. He knows whose heart is not genuine towards you. He knows who is saying something and their heart is not in sync, which you cannot read minds. Well, the Holy Spirit can give you discernment, but you can't in your own ability know that. And that's why you need to lean on Him to help you see beyond what is physical, what is colorful, what is looking like, okay, that should be it. But in reverse, it's just all pancaked, makeup. And you can make the right decisions with Him in the picture. So that is a message to you, and I hope that you would lean on Him more than ever before, and you'd enjoy peace, really, when you let the Lord guide your steps. So I'll see you in the next video. Please share this video just a click away. Share it with people on your timeline or your social media. I would really appreciate that. Also leave a comment. And yes, love and light at all times. Bye.